Hey everybody, Orpheolus here. Welcome back to our Pokemon Sword and Shield. Last time we arrived here at Hammerlock, did some stuff around the city, and this time, well, there's only one way to go because of how plot progression works in this game. That's one straight line out to the west, heading on into the next route. And they're playing super awesome music again! Huzzah! So now coming out here on Route 6. I like Route 6, but the main preface, I'm going to say this now. On Route 6, I highly recommend not using any water types because it's going to be sunny day constantly, so that grass types are going to fare pretty well, fire types also too. Just water types are going to struggle a little bit on this route. The reason I'm thinking with Flahair is that, well, we're getting close to a magical level, so let's head across this bridge and see what's on the other side. What a cute Silicobra! Just look at those adorable eyes. It's our duty as Team Yell to make sure Silicobra gets a nice peaceful sleep. Hello there. If I promise not to wake up the Pokemon, will you let me through? Of course, it would be a pleasure. Oh hey, Orph. You're heading on to Soan's side, right? Oi, Team Yell. Don't suppose you'll let us through. Nah, you kids are way too loud. Can't be letting you on through. And we ain't particularly fond of kids wearing the challenge bands. With all you stomping around, Silicobra is sure to wake up. Yeah, Team Yell just yelling while you're just having normal conversation. Alright. What do you say, Orph? If we don't get past them, we won't be able to continue our gym challenge that's still inside. I'll battle them. Yeah, that's the spirit. You two are way too noisy. You don't want to wake up Silicobra now, do you? I swear, kids these days. Well, we've got no choice. We have to send you packing. It's all for the sake of Silicobra. Silicobra's not even a good Pokemon, okay? So yeah, so now we're getting challenged by Team Yell. Grunt. Starting up with Stunky. Alright. But yeah, this is probably the reason why I more recommend fire types on this route, just because of the sunlight being harsh. One other perk about it being super sunlight is that grass types, Solar Beam will be one turn charged, so you'll do quite a bit. Alright, let's just go set up and sweep. Oh yeah, Aftermath, that's a thing. Yeah, like I care. Alright, good amount of experience there. Rosalina's level 33 now. And next up, we're going to be setting up Linoon. Alright then. Yeah, Linoon's a pretty interesting Pokemon. I'll say that much. Yeah, double quad. Probably shouldn't have done that. Oh well. Yeah, Baby Doll Ice has priority, so not really too concerned. Yeah, I'll say that recording in these segments have been a little bit interesting, yeah. Would have been a one-shot if it didn't debuff me. Oh well, quick attack it is. Here's our priority. And, with that all done, Flahair is level 35. Man, you have no special defense. Blimey, even your battles are too noisy. And Flahair evolved into Cinderace. At last, our Sutter is in its final evolution. It juggles a pebble with its feet, turning it into a burning soccer ball. It shots strike opponent's heart and leaves them scorched. So yeah, pretty fun Pokemon. It wants to learn Pyro Ball. I like Pyro Ball. It just fits the style of Cinderace really well. Pyro Ball is a high power, not perfect accurately move. Essentially, it's a physical fire blast. I think this will be really interesting. I don't really use Headbutt all too often. Yeah, high risk, high reward move. I like that playstyle, and I think this will fit Flahair really well. I think I'll leave this to you, Orph. Keep up the face. Something wrong there, Hop. Well, we got another Team Yell Grunt here. Alright then, so, with this all done, oh no, it's almost as if I have predicted this to be Flahair's debut battle as a Cinderace. Scorch them to high heaven! Or I guess fake out. Scorch them to high heaven again! Yeah, that's a pretty strong move. Alright, our guys is level 34 now. Getting closer to evolution too. Albeit slowly. Ugh, why do you have to be such a bother? 2 pretty easy battles. Silicobra might wake up after all that ruckus. There's no point in us sticking around. Let's get us out of here. We'll make these bothersome kids taller some other day. Orph, you and Reboot are brilliant together. It's Cinderace, huh? See, Bede really wiped the floor with me the last time we battled. And don't get me wrong, I can take a loss. Battling means you gotta lose sometimes. But he said that I was dragging Lee's good name through the mud, being so rubbish like I was. And I just can't get those words out of my head. If I'm weak, then people will think Lee's weak too. But I don't want that. I can't let Lee get dragged down. He's the unbeatable champion. I'm going to have to take some time figuring this out. See you around, Orph. Hey, you missed all the fun. Hi there, Silicobra. How you doing? Going back to the grass? Okay. You're one of the gym challengers endorsed by Leon, aren't you? My name's Opal. If you want to know more, have a look at my league card. I'll keep an eye on you, child. I want to see what you can do when you go all out. Alright, meeting a new character, and also, taking on Team Yell too. So yeah, so I just kind of wanted to say this right now, is that Sword and Shield's, I guess the entirety of Sword and Shield has been kind of heavily frowned upon. People say that story's lackluster, but I will say this now. Hop is the hard carry of the game, and this is just the beginning of his true arc. And that I'm really excited for because, yeah, Hop is my favorite rival, and we're coming up to why Hop is my favorite. So I guess starting things up here, do I want these two? Yeah, I'll leave with these two for now. So heading on further this way, we have an interesting battle here. My super cute Pokemon is interested in your Pokemon. Alright, we fight Beauty Anita. He's using Clefairy. I'm keeping this battle in because one super big thing is that Clefairies are known for a little thing known as Metronome. Let chaos ensue. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Metronome. Alright, what you gonna use? Night Days! Okay. Yeah, it's not a move I think that might be Zoroark's move. I don't remember. But you know what? Cremuse also has Metronome. I like Metronome battles. I do. And I did teach Cremuse Metronome also. Alright, Triple Axel? Yeah, this fight's a lot more interesting now since the DLC has been introduced in other patches too. Alright, let's see how this will go. Smoke screen. Boring. Alright, what are you going to use now? Waterfall. Okay. Interesting. What's next on this little excursion? Hypnosis! Alright, good night, I guess. You know, Cremuse, I know you're full of it. I know, well, I guess feel up to your inheritor, Star Fury. Embrace the power and control time itself, or space, or use other fancy moves. Dragon Claw! That's fairy! Cremuse, I know you're better than that. Think. Think of power. Unimaginable power. I guess you want to be a wall, I guess. I mean, I know you're more of a defensive Pokemon. Alright, what are you going to use now? Horn Drill! You see, Clefairy is doing crazy crap, why can't you? Okay, fine, use Draining Kiss. We got another fight coming up. Heal up to full too. It's about time you had your shining moment, Cremuse. But yeah, I love metronome fights. Yeah, Horn Drill is not something you would like to see very often. And next up's Clefable. Yeah, these fights can get really out of hand. Alright, back to the metronome wars. Frost Breath, okay, that's a good move. Water Pledge. Okay. Let's see what else we got up our sleeves. Flame Charge! There we go! Chip it down slowly. Next up on our RNG excursion, Spit Up, okay. Come on, I know that there's something welling down in there. Go ahead, let it out. Seed Bomb, okay. Using Elemental's Trifecta, I guess. Alright, Confuse Ray. Ew. Well, let's add onto the RNG. Alright. Let's see where we go from here. Poison Fang! There we go. That'll probably knock it out, I think. Yep. Aw, I was hoping that we'd have a, Roar of Time moment. Alright, Rosalina gain a level, and same with, the random Raichu there. Raichu is there for catching Pokemon. Your Pokemon are way too strong. You'll be safe no matter where you go. They're also really chaotic, too. Alright, I think that was a fun little diversion. I thought that was a double battle, but I guess it was just single. Oh well. So I guess with that all done, we have ourselves a nice patch of grass here, and quite a few new Pokemon here too, so I'm just gonna be out of the way so that way I don't get Dugtrio'd, and it's time for the bios for the episode. So, once again, if you don't want to hear me blather on for like 20 minutes on new Pokemon, skip ahead, otherwise we'll begin momentarily. Alright, the first new Pokemon available at this time is Yamask. Yamask is an interesting Pokemon. It's a work of art. As a Pokemon, it's a defensive wall. It boasts some pretty good defense and special defense. Its main gimmick is its ability Wandering Spirit. Vanilla gets Mummy, which is pretty similar in nature. If hit by contact move, the ability of Pokemon we switch with Yamask. Mummy just gives the ability to the foe, so yeah. The really oof aspect about Yamask is its evolution method. Take 49 damage in one battle, find a Wobbuffet, take 40 damage by counter or weather damage, run because Ghost type, then head to a rock structure in the level 40 zone, and you evolve. It's extremely complicated, and yeah, it's really stupid. Upon evolution, you get Rodriguez. Or if you take the vanilla form, you get yourself a Cofagrigus if you go for the regular Yamask. Difference between the Pokemon, attack and special attacker switch, and that's really it. Rodriguez has high attack, Cofagrigus is more special attack. Main draw remains a high defense and my special defense. Rodriguez I find a little bit better because Sap, Earthquake, and Shadow Claw right out of the gate. Other moves are kind of more special based, but yeah, it gets access to Stealth Rock and some good Ghost typing makes it for a pretty nice comp because of immunity to Rapid Spin and other things. Body Press hits especially hard, Zen Headbutt's nice to have. As for Cofagrigus, Energy Ball, Nasty Plot, Body Press, Psychic, a very solid Pokemon to use either way. Fun to run, both Pokemon are pretty slow, but for a defensive Pokemon, it's a solid choice. Next up is Axew, which is much more common in Pokemon Sword, though it's still pretty rare. You can find Axew here. So Axew is a hard-hitting Pokemon. It has high attack, minus everything else. It takes a while to evolve, but your patience is rewarded because you get access to Haxorus, one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. Modest defenses, stupidly high attack on par with legendary Pokemon. It hits hard, with a pretty nice speed stat sure to sweep. Dragon Dance or Sword Stance, Outrage, and that's really all you need because it'll destroy everything. Okay, Crunch, Earthquake, Close Combat, X Scissor, Poison Jab. But let's face it, Haxorus is a setup and sweet sort of Pokemon. It's one of my favorite styles of playing Pokemon. Main drawbacks is that it isn't the most defensive, especially special defense. Respectable defense, and whenever you see a Haxorus, you know pain's about to begin. Level 40 though is quite a wait. Next up is Trapinch. Trapinch is an ground type Pokemon. For the first time since Gen 3, it can work on its own without Garchomp to outclass it every stat until DLC was introduced. Vibrava is the worst in line because the downgraded attack and just becomes faster. Flygon is a semi-fast, semi-strong attacking Pokemon. Jack of all trades sort of Pokemon. Only a little bit faster than Haxorus, but heavily outclassed by a lot of other Pokemon. Main draw is Earthquake upon evolution, and moves like Crunch, Dragon Breath, Dragon Rush, and Level Up Pool, and other moves alright. Stone Edge, Dragon Dance also pretty good, but sadly, Trapinch is a sad victim of power creep because let's face it, Haxorus just looks a lot more appealing than Vibrava, and you have freaking Garchomp over there in the next country over just destroying everything. Yeah, it never even got a Mega either. Next up is Silicobra. Silicobra is an interesting ground-type Pokemon. A good comparison is Hippopotas, which Hippopotas summons Sandstorms by entering battle. Silicobra summons Sandstorms by being hit by attack. Situational, and as a Pokemon, it's alright. It's your standard flair of good physical moves, meta specials, and speed for ground-type Pokemon. Its move pool is lackluster, even Silicobra with just Glare and Dig worth using. And cool too, but you need to spare some TRs to get the most out of it. Fire Fang, Outrage, Earthquake, Zen, Headbutt, Stone Edge, Body Press, and strangely Hurricane, though it's not much of a special stat, which is really weird, but oh well. Honestly though, its ability is really niche. It doesn't have much going for it, and as an overall just a pretty amp Pokemon. If you want a Sandstorm Summoner, we have Hippopotas. Speaking of Hippopotas, it's pretty similar stat-wise to Standard Combat, trading off some of its speed for HP, making it a lot more of a bulky Pokemon. Summon Sandstorms at the start, gets a special buff right out of the gate for a special defense stat, access to a few other moves that make it really powerful. It's a pretty strong Pokemon, evolves at a pretty low level too, gets Crunch, all 3 Elemental Fangs, and Earthquake and Smooth Pool, learns moves like Iron Head, Body Press, Stone Edge, and it gets really good. The main downside though is that it's pretty slow, which makes it pretty weak to some special moves, but the Sandstorm buff to Ground type, Ground, Rock, and Steel types do help it out quite a bit for mitigating that weakness. And Quick Claw and Leftovers exist also. Hippowdon is built for the long term, hits hard, and all around a pretty dependable Pokemon to use. Just exercise caution for your teammates, but that's what safety goggles and utility umbrellas are for. Alright, with that annoyance out of the way, all situated, had something come up. Now it's time to do some exploration on this route. By exploration, I mean run into a million Dugtrios and not be able to get away, yeah. Navigating this route is pretty annoying, all things considered. And plus, I already have a fair amount of these Pokemon in my Pokédex and everything. I'm going to have to rely on Clambora's Icicle Spear to do a lot of damage here. Yeah, be extra careful with the Dugtrios because they are very fast, they'll Sand Trap you, and it's not fun. Bulldoze too. At least they provide a good amount of experience though. But yeah, be careful around Dugtrio, they are annoying. Alright, level ups for Clambora and Flahair. Yeah, I really wish I could turn off the experience share, but I cannot. Alright, then just looking on around. What are you? Oh, you're Trapinch! Okay. I was getting confused, I was like, wait, what the heck's going on there? Yeah, that is a very annoying thing. Yeah, Arena Trap is a very annoying ability, to say the least. Alright, that's all done. But yeah, the reason why I'm kind of poking around here is, yes, Yamask. For this, I'm going to catch 2 Yamask. It'll become more apparent next episode, but I want to make sure I have 2 of them. One for a trade and one for evolution. Because there is a trade coming up that if you want to complete the Pokédex, you do have to catch 2 of them. Because there is a kind of stupid thing in the next town, so. Alright, Yamask number 1 is caught. Let's go ahead and read your bio. Alright then. A clay slab with cursed engravings took possession of a Yamask. The slab is said to be absorbing the Yamask's dark power. Don't worry about it. No way is it ominous or anything. Alright, then let's go for Yamask number 2. Alright, that's all done. So now, let's go ahead and continue exploring the route a little bit further. We get 3 Ultra Balls there, which is kind of nice because I'm actually running really low on them. Alright, heading up here, we have ourselves a ladder and a fishing spot here if you so choose. I don't think there's anything of note here. I'm just taking a quick peek. Yeah, my notes were saying otherwise, so yeah. Nothing really up that ladder there, so let's go ahead and continue on further up the pathway a little bit further. No, thank you, I don't want to play. So we have ourselves a double battle here. Do I have what I want up? You know what, let's have our guys get a battle since we've hardly used them ever since we got our guys. Alright, time for a checkup. Yeah, you get a checkup seeing how well we're doing. And that frame rate drop. Alright, Poniard and Togetic. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Alright. Spear Togetic to death, and as for you, Earth Power, Poniard. Yeah, not going to last long. At the time, 3 Icicle Spear on a Togetic. Yeah, Togetics are very defensive, but you can't argue a skill link. Alright, there we go. Level 35 for our Geist and Muse. Wants to learn Giga Drain. Healing, I'll never use Sand Attack, so I guess. There we go, Muse is 35. Oh no, Torment! I can't use the same move twice in a row, but I expect this to one-shot anyways. Yeah, GG. There we go. Alright. So what's Real Strength? I'm very curious. Real Strength is being able to just plow through everything because you know what to expect. Alright then, so either ladder is not really too useful here. So instead we're going to sneak past that trainer there and head up, actually, you know what? Before we head up that way, we're going to head and clean up the other part of the route because there's something pretty important that I want to get. I came from far away to watch the gym challenge. I love the opportunity to battle a gym challenger. Alright, Clefable is level 35 now. Can't tell you that sock is annoying. Muy dormitico, fantastico. I'm terribly sorry. Alright then, so heading on through the grassway there. I'm gonna head up to the top here. Oh yeah, one thing I should mention is that you can find Durant and Heat more rarely in the tall grass there. Yeah, let's use Rosalina for a bit more. Hello there. A model who's also strong in battle, that's who I am. Alright, Rosalina's level 35. Wants to learn move Synthesis. I don't really see it being more on the healing side. Even if I lose who I am, the charm of Pokemon will never fade. I agree. Alright then, so with that battle all the way done, we can go right here for 2 rare bones, which is really nice. Right over there is the pathway leading forward, but instead we're going to make ourselves a little bit of a detour down this ladderway because I know there's some good stuff on this route. Besides, don't jump down the ledge there. Another battle there. Berries, I don't really care. Okay, let's dance. Are you making the curry? Are you filling your curry decks? I have not even touched my pot ever since the episode 8, I think. The strength of your Pokemon has made my mouth go numb. Alright, that fight was a little bit annoying, but not too bad. So I guess we're heading down this pathway here. No, thank you, I don't want to get that. Rare candy there, which is really nice. Okay, I can't fish for JoJo energy. You can use each team as many times as you like. Okay. Going over TMs and TRs with that sign there. Yeah, I've been kind of off my A game today. Oh hey, Silicobra! I think I already have you. Yes, I do. Okay, cool. Peace out. Don't need to deal with your sandstorm shenanigans. Yeah, I'll be honest, I did actually consider using a Silicobra for the Let's Play. Thinking it would be a pretty interesting Pokemon to use, but I decided against it, mostly because I have some other interesting Pokemon available. Anyways, right here is TM 30 Steel Wing. It'll become very useful, not for this gym, but definitely the next one. So definitely one that's worth picking up. I just realized that Silicobra looks so sad, the eyes kind of droop, the shadow of its eyes just kind of drooping down. It's like, It has tears and everything. It's a very sad Pokemon. No wonder why Team Yellow is trying to protect it. It's a very sad and depressing Pokemon, though. Then again, compared to some of the other Pokemon around that we're going to get to momentarily, that Pokemon is still relatively happy. I mean, at least it's not the worst Pokemon ever. It's not Bonsly. Alright then, so heading across this pathway here, we're going on to the final thing that we'll be doing this episode. And that is going to be right up here with something very important. The first thing to note though is right over here, the TM for Dig. I am such a nerd, I just kind of pulled that out of my butt. Alright, Dig. Bury down one turn, then come back the next one. Right there we get ourselves a campsite, we have a skip travel location. And I'll get to Carlos in a second. Because that's going to be pretty much the rest of the episode, because Carlos is an important NPC. For all the wrong reasons. So what I'm doing right now is, yes, right over here. Get ourselves 2 fossilized dinos. And I think there's 2 fossilized birds somewhere. I probably skipped past them somewhere, I think. But yeah, this is getting on into Carlos. Okay, I guess we'll dance. Actually, do we have a Heliup tile? No I don't. Okay, get in the Pokeball. Skadoosh. And there we are. Alright, Flair is level 37. A little bit strong at this point in the game, but I don't really mind. Alright then. No need to give you a nickname or add you to the party. I'll evolve you off screen. So right down here we get ourselves a Light Clay, which extends the duration of screen moves such as Light Screen and all that stuff. And I'm so used to playing Tales of Arise where I hold down one of the trigger buttons and I climb up really fast. So now we begin something interesting. Right over here we have ourselves an interesting machine, and Carlos here. Name's Carlos, I am researching fossils, huh? You got some fossils there, huh? Will you show them to me, Carlos? Which fossils do you think will stand up to the high standards of Carlos? Bird. Which fossils do you think will pique the curiosity of Carlos? Dino. Shall I restore the fossilized bird and the fossilized dino together? This gets into the fossil mechanic of this game. Yes, please, let's go ahead and fuse. So I'll go ahead and stick them together. Here we go. Alright, and with this we get ourselves, yes, as you can see in its eyes, it is a Pokemon that walked the face of Galar in ancient times. Please take and care for this Pokemon, huh? And we get Arctazole. And is added to the dex. The shaking of its freezing upper half is what generates its electricity. It has a hard time walking around. So the thing about these Pokemon is that they are fused together from pretty much 2 fossils fused together. This might sound kind of random, but this actually occurred in the real world. I think it was like the 1960s, somewhere around there. Was that scientists, they found various fossils around the UK, and they didn't really know any better, so they started kind of combining them together, creating different amalgamations, even though it really wasn't what even though they were all from the wrong species, just thinking that they were going on the right track, when in all reality they weren't. So this was actually a reference in this game too. So I'll be sending these Pokemon to the boxes. So yeah, so if you're wondering how you're able to get yourselves more of these fossils, the answer is going to be right down here in Fossil Bridge. Digging duo, dig with the one that's the closest to the daycare. So that was the Dino plus Bird. That is more common in Pokemon Sword. As for Pokemon Shield, the most common one is going to be Fish, followed up by Drake. Will you store the fossilized Fish with the fossilized Drake together? Yes, please. Alright then. And we get Draco Fish. Oh boy, I love Draco Fish. It's a terrifying Pokemon for sure. Its powerful legs and jaws make it the apex predator of its time. Its own overhunting of its prey was what drove it to extinction. These are bios created by Liss. I'll send that to the box. Alright, let's go ahead and fuse together. So, that is more common in Shield because the Bird and the Dino are more common in Sword. Meanwhile, Shield, they are more common with Fish and Drake. However though, what happens if we mix and match? Let's combine Bird and Drake together. Alright then. So the fusion of this grants us Dracozole. Alright then, that's a very scary Pokemon. In ancient times it was unbeatable thanks to its powerful lower body, but it went extinct anyway after it depleted all its plant-based food sources. Yeah, that is a very terrifying thing. And lastly, the last fusion combination is going to be Fish, followed up by... yeah, Fish and Dino. I was worried that I didn't have enough, but no, it's Fish and Dino, not Fish and Drake. We already have Draco Fish. And we have received Arctazole Fish. And the last of these terrifying Pokemon, though it's able to capture its prey by freezing its surroundings, has trouble eating the prey afterwards because its mouth is at the top of its head. Yeah, these are very terrifying Pokemon. So let's go over these new Pokemon, shall we? And their terrifying appearances. Besides, I am curious if any of these Pokemon had any things on them. Alright then. Ice Body, yeah, too bad that you don't have your amazing ability, Draco Fish. That has a really good nature. I mean, I could ability capsule you, so... yeah, this here is the 4 Pokemon of the Apocalypse. Yeah, why these Pokemon are terrifying! It's literally a bird-like Pokemon stuck inside a fish's body, and its internal body temperature is very cold, so now it's suffering miserably because it's so cold. And yeah... Draco Fish! Yeah, a little thing about Draco Fish that I might add. That is its tail, and the head is sticking out of its tail. It has no, I guess, torso or upper body, so it's kind of segmented there and cut away. Next up is Dracozole. It's a small bird body stuck into the lower half of a dino fossil, and yeah, I'd hate to see that stomach. And lastly, Arctazole Fish. It might look the most sane, however though, its mouth is at the top of its head. They are terrifying Pokemon in their own right. And they're all very depressing too. They're miserable, suffering Pokemon at the hands of Cara. Cara is a monster. But at least we have ourselves 4 new Pokemon to go over, and will probably be the rest of the episode. So that way we can start up the next episode, since next episode is going to be a little bit shorter. Like going through Stone Side and evolving a particular Pokemon, so... I guess with this all done, I'm going to head and wrap up the episode here. Hanging out in this nice little valley here. Next time we'll go on to Stone Side. I'll see you all then. Now for the last 4 bios of the episode. Starting up here with Dracozole. Dracozole is a combination of the bird and Drake's fossils. Dracozole is an alright electric dragon type Pokemon. It has a hard-hitting physical Pokemon. Stat-wise, outside of its attack stat, nothing of note really. Same with the other fossils. Each of the fossils has a signature attack, Bolt Beak or Fish's Rend, that deals high damage if the user outspeeds the foe. The issues though is that number 1, these moves are like very light. Number 2, they start at level 10. And yeah, they have a long ways of catching up. Dracozole gets Earthquake, Iron Tail, Dragon Claw, other moves in Pluck. Most of the fun moves aren't until super late. But if you are able to level up to level 10 under a slow experience curve, have fun with that. So yeah, as for its abilities, it has Hustle or Volt Absorb. Volt Absorb is the better of the 2 abilities, I would say. Just because you're able to absorb Electric-type moves. Hustle, it's a higher risk, high reward thing, and I think its hidden abilities relate to weather status ailments, which aren't really too common in the single player, so yeah. All around, it's an alright Pokemon. Okay, that Yamask was about to snipe me. Next up is Arctazole if you combine the bird and the dino. Poor Arctazole! Cold-blooded animal in an ice-type form. That is oof. As the Pokemon, besides its bad luck, it's very similar to Dracozole, except higher special defense at the cost of speed. Move-wise, semi-similar, no Quake but gets Wild Charge, Stone Edge, Low Kick, Icicle Crash, and yeah. Avalanche is pretty nice to run too. Overall though, same issues with Dracozole. Fun stuff is really too light to be useful and kind of a pass. The ability static though might be more useful, but Electric Ice is very weak to many different things. Next up is Arctazole Fish. Arctazole Fish is an and-water ice-type Pokemon. Ice Body for ice healing could be nice. Water Absorb is better to run though. It's a lot like Arctazole in that has fun boosts until very late, and yeah, it's very slow to utilize Fish's Rend. It functions as a defensive Pokemon. High HP defensive stats make it a pain to take down. Outside of Hail, not really too much to tank about. Substitute and Just Attack. No screen, just offensive base moves. It's a pretty alright overall, but there are better water ice Pokemon coming up in the semi-near future. And as a tank, it's pretty you're better off you wait until you use other Pokemon. Just niche in nature. And lastly is Draco Fish. Draco Fish is one of my favorite Pokemon, if not my favorite Pokemon in Galar. Head on the tail, science has gone too far. As a Pokemon, it has the highest stat in defense, making it a defensive-based Pokemon. Modestly fast like Dracozole, gets super fun moves super late. Though the main thing that makes Draco Fish super strong, and the reason why it was kind of banned in a lot of competitive play, is how well its stats and moves synergize. Strong Jaw boosts the power of Fish's Rend, which makes it very scary. 170 base attack if it goes before the opponent, and yeah, and the buff from Strong Jaw too. If you're able to outspeed the things from the same slow Pokemon, you deserve to get punished very hard. Not only that, but you can get yourself the Choice Scarf and just try to plow through your Pokemon very quickly. Or Choice Band to hit super hard, which is one of my favorite strategies to use in Dynamax raids. And yeah, it can learn some other nice type moves like Ice Fang, Crunch is for a TM, Psychic Fang's Liquidation, Earthquake, and a lot of the other Abomination moves. I find Draco Fish easily the best, but again, level starts at level 10, and all its fun stuff is super late. The typing is really good, the abilities are really good, and its synergy is super good. So, out of the 4, Draco Fish heavily outclasses the rest of them. Otherwise, I would say that Arctazole's also pretty good. Dracozole's also pretty alright. And then, for Arctafish, So with that all done, next time we'll head on to Stone Side. I will see you all then.